What's good, LK family? It's your boy King.
It's your girl Laina G.
And today, man, we're back with another freaking video. Y'all saw that title. Y'all saw that beautiful thumbnail. Y'all know what's going down today. So we basically finna be explaining to y'all like on our engagement party from the trip all the way into like the ending part, things that y'all did not see in the video that we took out that was just personal. Not in a bad way, but just our moments that we had. Like we wish we had the camera for y'all to see, but we didn't have it. But we had some good, funny moments, great moments. We're gonna talk about how we felt about it and all those great.
Yes, so like I feel like by the time you guys are seeing this video, all our like Thailand footage is out there, but we have not yet released our engagement party video, which we're excited to release that. Obviously, as you guys know, we had our engagement party, and then literally a day later, we were leaving to Thailand, and I had not packed my bag at all. Like we were both busy running around doing errands. Family was in town, people were in the house, accommodating to the people in our home, and then also preparing for the engagement party. Our engagement party was really fun. We had lots of fun. I was super lit. King was pretty turned himself. Yeah. I think a lot of people were actually pretty turned.
I think everybody who left the party
was pretty turned.
Feeling good, feeling pretty good, and they left, and everybody was good, man. The little vibes was there. So much stuff. I can't wait for y'all to see the engagement party, like she had said. But yeah, just us not having that much sleep. Well, she didn't really have that much sleep because she was ripping and running and getting all the things in order. Plus, her family came in town like 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, my friends flew in late, so there was just a lot of things going on right before we left to Thailand. But it was really fun. It kind of like gave us something to look forward to. We was just on our feet. We was busy. We had something to do every single day. And then when we finally, you know, I was all done packing because I literally packed the night before we left, y'all. And I had to get the house together for the kids, make sure everything was straight here, make sure there was grocery in the house, and make sure I didn't have to worry when I left the country. Okay. But I will say, when we got to the airport and stuff, everything was really kind of like smooth. I was super tired, but we were both excited, and it was our first time taking a flight without the kids.
So it was so
in a long time.
Yeah, so it was like everything felt like that was too fast. Hold on, wait, are we missing something, leaving something? What's going on? We had extra time to do extra things that we was just like we wouldn't be doing. And yeah, just catching those like moments. Ate breakfast that was good.
Yeah, we did eat breakfast.
What else we had did? We did something else. We had time to do like a video in the airport of us about to leave. The first video that we explained to y'all before us leaving to Thailand, before the engagement party. So like, yeah, we had like an extra free time on our hand a lot.
Yeah, we was chilling. And then we got on the plane, y'all, and we had a 14-hour flight from Houston to Japan, and we had an 8-hour layover in Japan. Now, I hadn't took a 14-hour flight in so freaking long, like honestly, years. The last time I took a flight was when I was like, well, like a 14-hour flight was when I was 16 going to Japan. And 14 hours on one plane is like crazy. My feet were really swollen and stuff, but honestly, because I hadn't slept the nights before, I really just slept the whole entire flight and ate their food. Their food was really
man, I ain't gonna lie. They plane food is like was shockingly good. I ain't gonna lie. Like I thought like it was gonna be but they food was.
They even
really
gave us
good.
ice cream.
Gave us ice cream. They gave us man, y'all saw. If y'all haven't seen them last videos, make sure y'all go tap in on that. Also too, if you're going on a flight like that so far, I'm definitely gonna tell you I watch like 2 movies, maybe catch you a little nap, and then I feel like you halfway there. That's what I basically did. I just took like a I watched 2 movies. What I watched Man from Toronto. That's with Kevin Hart in it.
I didn't watch that one.
That one was slick funny. That
I watched the Wonka. Willy Wonka.
I watched that one, and I watched dang, I think what else I had watched? I forgot. It was another one I had watched, but it was a good movie too. And I only Aquaman. I know.
Oh yeah, you did watch Aquaman. I remember. I had already been. We were supposed to be watch Aquaman in the bed, but you fell asleep.
I ain't know watching it again and catching those vibes. Then I ended up falling asleep because it was just like at this point, let me just make the time faster, which it was. So the second time me coming back, I think like I was sleeping more majority of the time coming back on the flights though, but going there it was lit. But Japan was verified once we got there.
Yeah, I feel like me and him already said we most definitely want to go back to Japan. I love Japan personally. Japan is just super clean. Like their way of living is so different. It's so beautiful. The food is so freaking good. But we had an 8-hour layover in Japan, and we actually got lost on trains. Y'all go check out that vlog. Obviously, y'all saw everything. But I ended up communicating with like 2 people out there on the train trying to figure out. We were trying to go to Shibuya.
Shibuya roll call. I keep every time we said Shibuya, I thought like Shibuya.
We was trying to go to Shibuya, and I guess that was like the main part of like Tokyo, where all the big buildings were and all the big signs. And we was taking a train from the airport to there, but the train system, y'all, is so freaking confusing, especially because everything's in Japanese.
Yeah.
But then the second girl I met, she was like an English teacher, and she had like moved from like Africa to Japan and stuff like that, so she spoke well English. And she explained to me like you can use Google Maps and all this other stuff, but we still never made it to that area because we was on the train for like 2 hours.
Bro, we was trying to figure out so much that we got off the train, then we started to do a little roaming, as y'all saw in that video. We had ate some good noodles.
Yeah.
We went to 7-Eleven.
No, wait, we didn't have noodles.
We did eat noodles. We ate noodles and them dumplings.
Oh yeah, we did.
That was good. And we was in a spot when it was like, you know what I'm talking about. We had those vibes, and then we had a situation where somebody was looking at us crazy. We don't know what he was on.
Nah, he looked like he was trying to finesse the camera. That's it. He looked like he was trying to he looked like he was coming close to snatch the camera and run.
That's exactly what he looked at.
What it is?
What you mean what I would have did? I ain't gonna cap. It would have been whatever. I can't really say what I would have did, because if he would have did it, it just would have been what it was. So I really don't right now telling you like off my mind of me looking at him, how I was looking at him. That's why I was looking at him, like looking at that. Like I was looking at him the whole time. I was looking at him the whole time to see what he was on, because I ain't know what he was on, what he was gonna do. And then he ended up like we both kind of like turned our heads at the same time, and then I kind of glanced back a little bit, but he was gone. He was doing his. Then we went into the noodle spot, but everything on that strip though besides him was cool. Everything
it was pretty chill. I feel like if we would have made it to the destination we was really trying to go to, it would have been so much more fun. But overall, it was still a cool little 8-hour experience to be in Japan for a little while. Like we can say we've been in Japan. You got a stamp mark, babe.
Nah,
like
facts.
you're stamped. Like you've been in Japan.
But it was cool though. I feel like the people in there too, even like how like the way they dress, the streets are just so clean, and
even the train station.
Yeah, the environment, so everything was just so like, I don't know, like the air quality out there was crazy.
You know, even like when you're on trains or buses, like being too loud on a train or bus is considered like super rude. Like they'll look at, that's why if you notice every train we went on was quiet. Yeah,
everybody was on their phones. Everybody was like,
just quiet. It's not normal to be like loud. Like you're looked at as like it's just really rude and not good.
Everybody was on them a very like sophisticated, if that makes sense. Some movie stuff. Everything was a movie. I kept saying like everything is a vibe, everything is a movie. It was cool though. But after the 8-hour trip, after 8 hours of staying in Japan, then we got to the airport, we kind of like basically just took a nap and stuff, and I had to like order a room by the time we get into Bangkok, Thailand, which we got there like, what that was, like a 6-hour flight to Thailand. How far that was?
Yeah, it was only 6 hours, and I think there was like a 2-hour difference. So like it was a 2-hour like time zone difference. I think we had landed and we got to Bangkok at like 3 a.m. got to the hotel around 4 something. At that time we was just amped. Remember we was up.
Yeah, we was up by the time that morning. By the time that morning time we got there,
we did not go to sleep.
Bro, we got there like 5, like 6. Because I ain't gonna lie, that flight kind of like threw me off because of 2 hours back it was something that they went. So it was like a 6-hour flight, but it was like a different time zone than we was like normal on. It was some weird stuff, but we ended up being like, we slept the whole time on the plane. Then we got off the plane in Bangkok. But then once we got there and got our money, we had to get some money in. Bro, we stepped outside for the first time.
It was so hot.
Bro, it was like,
oh my gosh, it was so freaking
we hit
hot.
It was like, bro, what? It was so hot. It was like a heat that I was like, bro, what is this? It's jungle heat. I feel like it was jungle
it was
heat.
Like real sweat heat. Like not, it didn't, honestly though, I'm gonna be real, I think I would take that heat over Texas heat, to be honest.
It's wet heat.
Yeah, I feel like I prefer a wet heat rather than a dry heat, because in Texas it feel like you can't breathe. Like it feel like you not breathing in fresh air, you breathing in like the hottest air possible. But in Thailand it's more of a like a humid wet heat, like just super hot, you know. I feel like I would rather take that than Texas.
Nah, fair, but I feel like it's still hotter.
Yeah, it was definitely hotter than
but
Texas.
It was like a wet hot, like it was a wet hot.
It was like sweating, like just kind of sweaty.
You had to wear some light clothes, wear some light things. But once we got a grab and we tried to figure out, we got a grab or a taxi the first time.
We got a grab.
We got a grab, and we ended up going to the hotel that I had picked. It was like a what kind of hotel it was?
It was a okay.
It was a okay hotel. I give it like about about 7 points.
I'll say it was like an 8. It was a pretty good hotel. Like the room was spacious. They had good food and stuff. The only thing I didn't like about the hotel was it kind of looked like a jail. Like on the outside, okay, when you're like going in through the elevators and you go upstairs to all the rooms, like it looked like you on a cell block.
Cause all the rooms, like it's like a block.
It's all open. It's like an open floor plan.
Yeah, and it's like a bar that you could see like
it's all like weird.
all like on the same floor.
And they didn't have no AC in the
have
hallways.
no
They had AC
in
in the rooms, but not in the hallways.
When you put your card in, the AC and everything popped on. That's the only thing too.
But the room overall was okay.
Yeah,
and the location was cool too, because it wasn't that far from like where we had went and stuff. Yeah,
the mall, and then it wasn't far from we had went that 7-Eleven right there that morning. You know, Lost, and then we got our first tuk-tuk over there by there. We ended up getting on that mug. Really watching the video back, I was like, I really didn't understand nothing he was saying in person, but on camera I kind of was catching him like better, maybe because I had lived it and I understood it. But like watching the video back, I was like, oh, he was just trying to tell us like he
needed gas.
He needed gas, and we gonna bring us to the place we look for free. And he come back out and he go free.
He just needed some gas. He still wanted to give us the ride. He
wanted to give us a ride, give you free look, free tour.
Free look.
What it was
it was only 100 baht.
No, I think it was like 200 baht.
That was 100 baht. Because we only went up the street.
Yeah.
In a way.
And when we got on the road, that's when we really started seeing like,
he was pushing that tuk-tuk.
Yeah. That's when we started seeing the living too, and how everybody was on the mopeds. We started seeing like kids on a moped, family of 3, 4, like family of like 4, like the man driving, the wife holding 2 kids, one in the lap and the other one in the front. Yeah,
in Thailand, they mostly get around with their mopeds, the tuk-tuks, buses, trains, and yeah, like I mean there was cars, but honestly I feel like I saw more mopeds than cars.
Yeah, you saw way more mopeds than cars. It was like a more easier thing they looked like they got around with, and they be whipping them up. And it's like it's like so scattered, like everything in motion, like moving. It's like ants just, but when it's time to stop, they know how to like, it's crazy. It was like, what? It was so like life.
Yeah, Thailand was definitely a vibe. Bangkok was really cool. It was super, super busy. It was like the city and stuff like that. And then we went to Phuket. And I felt like I really enjoyed Phuket more than Bangkok. I feel like I liked the scenery that Phuket had to offer. So we was like on an island, and you just saw a bunch of different little islands, and then you had the beaches and stuff like that. I feel like that was more of my vibe, and it made me feel more like, wow, this is so, so beautiful. Bangkok was cool, but Bangkok is like a city. Like it's really city, kind of dirty, a little like super, super busy. But Phuket was more my vibe.
No, facts. I agree on that too with the Phuket. I feel like when I was experiencing Bangkok, then Phuket, I feel like Phuket I started to feel like the outside vibe, because they had its 2-in-1, because it kind of had a city into the island vibe of everything too. You still had your greenery, your the beach and stuff. The water was looking nice. Even the other islands that you can go to that's so close by, which was like wow, like it was so many different things you can do on one island that made it feel like you was in all different type of worlds in one place. I liked the fact of Bangkok too, of like the night vibe of it. Like she says, a city. So I think of living or staying or even visiting, I'd take that hour flight in Bangkok for a weekend to do the nightlife part. Yeah,
we only went to one bar, but there's honestly so much more bars. There's clubs out there. Like their nightlife is pretty crazy. Yeah. We only went to one bar, and the bar was pretty cool.
Very fun.
It was very, very cool.
I think that was my hardest, like sky high.
The music was like not it though.
I feel like it was. I feel like
they were playing Baby, Justin Bieber.
I mean, it was playing all type. It was. I mean, we was in other side.
We was in Thailand.
It was on the other side, but just to like be in the space of just not even, because not used to the music that we would go to. Even if you was in your city, even being out here going somewhere, it was just a random choice. Okay, just what we have, just gonna put us in that type of vibe, because we like just the music that they playing.
Baby, 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 oh,
at a bar.
Rooftop bar, y'all.
We was going. They had other good stuff. I heard Travis Scott. I heard. Yeah, they played it. I did hear Travis Scott.
I did not hear Travis Scott.
I heard the whole Travis Scott song when I was getting the drinks. When I was just sitting there, and the guy came talk to me, came up to me. I got look.
Wait, I'm gonna say this before you start.
Go ahead.
I don't know, but one thing I learned about this trip is that King must look like a very approachable person.
Facts. That's all it is. So we got multiple reasons on why we saying that, because the first reason was I was in line getting into the party that we was going into, and the guy was like, I guess he was like over the events and stuff. He looked at me, he was like he was damn near like really fanned out, like Travis Scott. He thought I was Travis Scott for a whole sec, but I understood. I was like, oh, maybe.
Okay, that's what you're starting off with.
Yeah,
that's what you're starting off with.
I'll start off with that one, then to the second one.
Wait. We was in line to go upstairs to the rooftop bar, and this man dead stopped. Like, and he's like he keeps putting his head back and forth.
He really was serious. He thought I was
and
really
he's
him.
like, he got his phone out. He like trying to type quick and stuff, but he's still looking around, looking at him, looking at his phone, looking at him. Travis Scott, he was dead ass.
He was dead serious. He was so serious. He was like, Travis Scott? And I was just like, nah. He was like, bro, I thought you were like Travis Scott or something like that. But he said it so like good English, and he was Thai, so it was like.
Then he started talking about Drake.
Yeah, he started talking about everything. He was just having a whole conversation with me, just sitting up. And after that, that's when we went up and went to the party, and that's when we started hearing the music. Then after that, I was at the bar by myself getting us a drink. And this guy had came up, just like,
these people are crazy,
just approachable. Like, I guess he was just like, he was like, hey, you from here or something like that? And I ain't gonna lie, I told him yeah, because I was like, I didn't know really like what he on, and I ain't gonna lie, being out of the country and just like having a random conversation with somebody that you just don't know is just
kind of gotta lie.
Yeah, you kind of gotta lie, like what you own, like what's up, like who are you, what's good? Cause he came up to me, he was like, you from out here? I was like, yeah, I came out here, I've been living out here for a month and stuff, and he was just like, oh man. So then he was just like, hey man, you he was asking me did I have some white, and he was like, and at first I was like, that's what he was asking me for. I was like, oh no, I'm like, I don't even be on there, but I don't even, know who have it. Then he was like, kind of like asking me again, kind of like, man, you look like da 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 da.
What?
He said basically like, I look like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I guess I have it. So I played him like, for him not to come back to me. I was like, okay, cool. So his name was, and they told me his name and everything. He was like,
Carlos.
He's like, my name Carlos, man, if you're looking for me. So I was like, all right, Carlos, if I come across it, whatever, I'm gonna come to you and let you know. But they're like, all right, man, cause me and my girl, I'm like, dang, I ain't even know all that. Like, it was just crazy.
It be the people that you don't be expecting.
Right, it be the people that you just don't expect me on some other stuff. And anyway, so I'm like, I'm gonna come find you if I come across it, whatever. Cool. Then he stopped talking to me, he left. He went whispered something to his girl, and then they both walked off from the bar. Then I was like, phew, that's over with. So I ended up getting the drinks, bringing it to her. We having our vibe. Ended up forgetting about little Carlos at the end. We ended up taking we ended up taking like pictures and stuff, enjoying the vibe, walking around the spot a little bit more. And then it was time for us to go. And then we got by the elevator and we was finna leave out. And then he came up to me again. He was like, hey man, like ta da da da. And I was just like, man, I ain't got no more. And his whole, I ain't got no more. I don't have. I was basically saying like I ain't never run across anything. So his whole expression just like switched, and she didn't even know what was going on about me just telling her, but she kind of peeped game. Like his whole party just went like
it was our fault, son. Like, boy, if you don't move along.
Like, right, he got me. He was like, and just left. And he ended up going up the elevator. We ended up going back down the elevator and stuff. We had that moment. Then what was the other one? That was the second one.
Then we was on a tuk-tuk trying to go to the night market, and I gave them two. Was that time? Yeah,
same day. So okay, the same after we came out of the space or whatever, we end up going downstairs to get a tuk-tuk, and the tuk-tuk was like, they was, you could budget, like bargain on like, yo, let me get the cheapest one or whatever, who gonna take you for that price. And then we end up taking somebody who's gonna give us a good price, and he took us. It was fun. He was driving fast, as y'all saw on the last vlog. We get to our destination when we get off of it, cause we went to the food market spot, right? When all the food strip.
No, it wasn't. Yeah, it was kind of like food
stuff. We had went on those vibes, and then we ended up having to give. We ended up giving him. We had 1,000 baht on us, and the thing was supposed to be at least like.
I think it was only supposed to be
300. It was supposed to be like only 300
and
baht.
We gave him 7.
We gave him 700 baht and ended up with 200 baht. So he just like took the money and said, "Come crab," and yo, he's gone.
Maybe he thought that was his tip.
He probably thought it was a tip, bro. But he got some change. Cause what really happened was we ended up getting change from somebody that gave us right back, and then I gave it to her. Then she gave him the 700. But I already had calculated.
It was my fault, because I gave him the 500 on accident. Because the 500 and the 100 we're looking the same to me.
You gave him 500 and 2 other. You gave him 500 and 200 baht. No, he did that, and he ended up skirting off. quick. And then we like, hold on, wait, what happened to our money? That wasn't enough to like get us back to the room if we needed to or anything. So we ended up getting some money out the ATM, which was funny because it was like, dang, he only came up on $18, but in reality, it's like that really was a lot of money. So it was like, dang, you can get a lot with $18 out there in Thailand, no cap.
Yeah, Thailand is
like,
really cool. You can
get a lot out there with Thailand. But after that, we ended up getting back to the room, getting back to the grab. Then that's when the Bangkok day was kind of like over with. So we got good sleep. Then the next day we had that flight. Then we flew to Phuket, which was an hour flight, which wasn't that bad. I tried to sleep the most on that flight. This is what she want to be up at because you got the window seat. So if you got the window seat, you kind of like got the view. Me, I'm in the middle. I'm trying to go to sleep until we get there. That
flight was so lit, y'all. Like it was just so freaking beautiful to see all the islands like in the water on the plane. Like it was just really cool. I kept trying to wake him up to see it, but he was being crabby.
But after that, we ended up getting to our crazy nice villa that was Crest Resort pool, and you know what it was, pool villa.
Crest Resort and pool villas, yeah.
Yeah, it was a Crest Resort pool villa.
It was the best hotel I've ever stayed at.
It was so nice. I like the fact on bed how it was placed in the middle of the room, and you had to wake up to your pool, to the palm trees, then the pool. Then the beach, and then you had that big the mountain view as you saw. Just waking up in the morning when the sun hit, because the sun was hitting right there too, waking us up each of those days. But from the airport to the hotel, it was 1,000 baht, but that was only $27 for an hour way drive. And it was a nice view of just looking at the island, getting to the villa too. It was so beautiful. Like even just the price of the Grab, which is an Uber, this was only like 1,000 baht, $27. That was a nice price. Then we ended up getting seeing the place, gave y'all a room tour, go see the room tour. The amenities. You ain't even said a gym, huh?
I think Thailand food, I would give them like a good strong 7. Everything was good that I had, honestly. I feel like King is more of like a Asian food type of person. He really like Asian food. Me, I'm more just like, I really love Spanish food, but it was pretty good. I would say what I really liked was the fruits. The fruits were amazing.
They'll get Laina a bottle because she was about to get cranky. But what she was basically saying is like, honestly, I'm really more of like an Asian person when it comes to like the food. Like I love their food. The food's so good. Like it just tastes good. Spanish food is good as well too. Yeah, I could see her like eating Spanish food a lot more than I would with the Asian food. Me personally, I give it like solid 8 I give it a solid 9. 9.5. I feel like I haven't came across anything that I ate there was nasty or something that I'm like, I didn't like it. Even things that I was not even familiar with, because I was trying a lot of different new things that I ain't even like, I wouldn't have picked up, and I was just like, let me try this and see. Even the sauce, what that sauce was that you had on those cheese sticks, remember? It was like purple. It was like some purple sauce that she ended up having from she ordered. I ended up trying, and it did not taste how it looked. And it was like, wow, this is like crazy, like just really good. And everything tasted so fresh and like real. Like I don't know how to explain, like they fruits, they vegetables, the seasoning that was in the food, the noodles, the shrimp, like the seafood, everything about it just felt like, just tasted so authentic. Like biggest plate for the cheapest, like $3 or like $4. Both of us was eating like good food for like a whole meal, $13. 5-star looking meal, because they was coming out looking very nice and island.
Yeah, I would say their presentation for meals is like, they don't just throw your food. However,
nah, even from the McDonald's.
Oh my gosh, that was the best McDonald's I've ever had.
The French fries over there on the other side taste like real potato fries. In Phi Phi Island, we did so many things in one day. It felt like everything that we did do was like, made us feel like, damn, like this was a long day. When it gets to the last excursion, like the last one, that's when we get burnt out and be like, okay, we're ready to go back to the room, switch the whole vibes up. Because I think the Phi Phi Island one, we seen the sunset, and just being on the boat and all that water, and just being like in that water, we felt like we were smelling like fish water. We was just a little bit like sloppy, nasty.
Yeah, I feel like that was my favorite excursion. I liked island hopping, I liked being on the boat, and I liked the wind and seeing all the water and stuff. I think that was my favorite excursion.
Phi Phi Island was lit. And I feel like us too, like we were saying, like getting on footage underwater and stuff. And also too, like honestly, as y'all see, like my hair is cut right now. Coming back off the trip and just looking at the trip, and like the main thing I feel like me complaining about on the trip was my hair, due to the fact that I ain't gonna lie, bro, I have to keep my hair very like clean, have to wash it. If I don't, I got like dandruff, like it just be irritating sometimes, like very dry skin on the top of my head. So when I sweat, it starts from there first, and then when it dries up, my whole hair starts to be dry, like my scalp and stuff. So that kind of part wasn't fun, and me not want to wash my hair to mess up the like my dreads that I had that was tied up. It just was a lot. So me going on the water, and then like me not being able to wash my hair like that, then me actually training out there when I did train and it was sweating. I ain't have flake. I had flakes and stuff, and it just wasn't it. And it was just like my hair was I kept doing it. I kept having the scratch, and I was just like, bro, I feel like I need to cut my hair. Plus on the things I want to do too, especially like more time training and being out there. I just think like my hair is gonna like slow me down in the long run, and I don't need that, and I don't want that. So I just feel like having some fresh, like being able to wash my hair. Like last night, I took my hair loose and all that stuff, and then got the haircut this morning. But yeah, just coming off the Thailand trip made me just feel like, man, I should just cut my hair because this wasn't it. Being underwater and stuff, and just that was the problem for me. My hair for me was just like not it. Then also too, like on the next excursions that we had, like the 4-wheeler ride, she fell in this part because like people mess it up. They were not,
no. Even if they were messing it up, they said you're not gonna go fast. You're not going fast. That was boring. I feel like when you get on
didn't even get a good view.
Yeah, we didn't get no good view. It was boring. All you smelled was hot air and gasoline. That was the worst excursion, y'all.
No, like it was the worst. No, if you say excursion, that's like the whole thing. That was the worst part of the excursion. Oh no, but we did rafting. The rafting, that was lit. That was the best one.
That made up for the ATV. That was like the highlight of that excursion was the rafting. Like we did real deal rafting.
Oh, you okay? Yeah, we did real deal.
We did real deal rafting. It was just a movie.
It was literally some movie stuff. Like
they seen it though. Y'all seen it already.
Y'all saw the videos already. Then after that, seeing the elephants and
girl
going in.
That's nasty.
After seeing the after the elephants and stuff, and then going to like the waterfall. I don't think we recorded that, but yeah, we was ready to go after that, and then.
Yeah, I was so tired. And then it was just because we was in like the bus, and I feel like the AC really wasn't hitting. It was so many people. Yeah, the bus was so small. I'm
awkwardly tall.
It was just, I was ready to get back. But overall, I would say this was one of the best trips that we've ever taken, and plan to see more. Plan to see more trips like this and content like we've been dropping, because I just feel like that's really us, and that's what we really always said we wanted to do, was travel, post good fun new content, explore. I feel like it's really like, ever since I was young, I've always knew that I wanted to travel and explore. And then I feel like King is like the same way. Like we just don't like to stay. Yeah, we don't want to stay still. Like we want to go
see the world. I feel like all the places that we want to see too is like unique places that people like be afraid to go. So if you're afraid to go or thinking about going to want to go, I'm like, hey, look, you might as well just see it through our ways and our eyes and how we live in it. Hey, mama, you looking at me like, what happened? What happened?
Man,
what happened? You was looking at me like that for what? But that's pretty much it on this video. We really want to come here and just touch base with y'all and let y'all know that we're back at home and stuff. New things going on. So we got another. Just catch the vibes with us, man. Get back home with us, see how things looking, and we'll hit y'all back, man. Thank y'all so much for tuning in, liking the video, subscribing to the channel. Make sure you go tune into all the other videos that we just dropped previously from in Thailand, so y'all can see how we was having fun and how we was enjoying each other, actually, because that was so much fun. I would definitely say 12 out of 12. That was a good
12
trip.
out of 12.
That was a
it
good
was
trip.
An amazing trip. Thank y'all so much for tuning in, and just stay tuned for the upcoming content. We love every single one of you guys.
Let's get it, man.